Yo, what's going on, everybody? CloudRaids here, talking about your favorite game. It might not be your favorite game, alright, but it's a game that you probably know. It's blown up over some recent times. It's called Palworld. It's like the Pokemon game, but kind of better if we're being honest here. Even though it's a good game, there's definitely some stuff that could be worked on and fixed up on, because it's only early access, so it's bound to happen. But I'm here to give y'all some reasons and some stuff that I think would really help the game improve. Just like y'all can help me improve my channel down in the comments below so I can get better for y'all. Without further ado, let's get into this list with no particular order. Let's just get into it. Coming in here at number 5, let's talk about base building. While this game is great in many aspects, the one point where I think it flaws and it falls behind the most is when it comes to your camp and the base building itself. For example, whenever you want to upgrade your base from being wood to stone, you're gonna have to break each wall or each foundation and put a stone one there. You've run into a big issue when you have a 2-story base and you got a lot of loot and boxes on the second floor, because as soon as you break that, your loot's gonna fall, and god dang is it annoying to be full and overweight trying to get everything back to where it was. I think there should just be an option to where if you have the necessary resources to be able to just right click and choose which one you want. Kind of like Rust, if you've ever played that game, how you can just upgrade your base without destroying the walls and everything itself. Don't even get me started on the trees and the rocks and stuff that spawn around your base that technically interfere with your base, but you haven't put a foundation on them. I've ran into this issue plenty of times where I will have second story part of my base kind of poke out a little bit, but a tree will be in the way, so I gotta break the tree just so the leaves will let me place, you know, the actual part of the base. But then the tree will respawn and it's just kind of in the way. I don't want to go out and put a foundation there because it would make my base a lot uglier than it already is. I just wish trees wouldn't interfere with my base building. Like, let me place through the leaves, or when I break a tree, I don't appreciate it really spawning back, but I understand the benefits of it doing so. It's how people make their farms and stuff like that, so I get it. But it can be really frustrating and really annoying, if I'm going to be honest with you. It's frustrating just thinking about it. Let's just move on. Coming off here with number 4, it's kind of like the base building, but I think it's different enough to be able just to give it its own little section, is the PAL box itself, and like the circle that you can build in is very small. In the beginning of the game, the circle definitely does feel big, but you run into this issue later to where you have so much stuff going on, the circle itself seems kind of cramped. Once you get like the breeding stations in, and you get the little farming stations in, and you have your little, you know, plants and all this stuff growing and everything, you seem to find yourself running out of room to do what you want to do. This doesn't even include the pals that are just constantly in your face 24/7, because everything is so close together right in front of you. You can definitely get everything in the circle necessity wise, you can get it in there, don't get me wrong, but you can't make it look good. If you're anything like me, you like to make a nice big base. You kind of like to roleplay a little bit. That's why I have walls around my base, not for protection, just because I think it looks cool. Later into the game, I got all this stuff down. I want to go build a big base, maybe like a castle type of thing, right? And I can't do that. Half my base is out the circle. I can't build because I don't have the resources on me. Pals don't come over there to help me build and craft stuff. If I have anything outside of the circle, it's a really big pain in the behind. Nothing less, let's move on to number 3 here in this list, and let's talk about the PAL AI. Hear me out. I know they're fixing it, I know they're releasing patches and everything, but as of right now, there's still a lot of bugs and stuff that I run into a lot. For example, I have a tree farm, and a lot of my pals will get stuck on the tree, and I don't realize it until they're already weakened and they're starving. They don't die. I find it before then, but I still gotta nurture them back to health, and it's just like, ugh. I know y'all been playing before, and y'all set a pal to come and craft for you, and you walk away from it expecting him to do it all, and you come back and it's halfway crafted, or half of it's crafted and it's not all fully done, and you wonder where your pal's at, and he's off mining somewhere, but he has level 2, level 3 crafting, and level 1 mining. I don't understand. I think there should definitely be a way to maybe prioritize an action, or prioritize like something for them to do, a task maybe, because there's really good pals out there that have like good farming, but instead they'll go graze. Yeah, I'm looking at you. It seems like maybe it's an easy fix. They probably will do it here in the future, but right now I just think that's something that they should try to put into the game to make it a lot more smoother, along with just some updates and some patches so my pals aren't falling off the cliff and glitching through the walls and being stuck and starving. It's just one big fiasco. It makes me look like a bad camp leader, which I may or may not be. I refuse to answer that question. I try, but that's not the point. Getting on with number 2 here, this is something that I full-heartedly believe would make this game really, really cool, which some people might disagree with me with here. It's randomized maps, kind of like Rust or Minecraft. Hear me out, hear me out. I think this could add a lot of replayability to the game. Not saying it's not replayable, obviously you can build somewhere else and you might not have even caught all the pals that you thought you did, right? There's plenty of stuff to do, but this will just add a whole another layer. Maybe whenever you join a new server, it's a different map, or whenever you make your own server again, like your own world, it's completely different. So something like that, I feel like would just be so much fun to have into the game. I know people that just know every part of the map. If you go to a certain area, you're gonna have this. If you go over there, you're gonna have that. And it's cool and all, but it kind of gets old, I guess. It kind of gets a little dry knowing just where everything specifically is compared to, oh, I spawned here, maybe if I go this way I might be able to find something. And it just adds a whole nother experience. Of the best part of the game, in my opinion, is the exploration, right? Finding the pals, finding the locations. It's just something that is really great about this game. It would make it even greater. That's just what I think would make it really good. That's just my opinion. Maybe you like the set map, maybe you think that's how it should be, and I'd understand where you're coming from. I'm not gonna shut it down completely. I just think it might be a good idea to, you know, maybe look into it a little bit. Let's head on to number 1 now. Last but not least, I'm gonna have to say the optimization is probably one of the biggest things I think that could be worked on in this game. And what I mean by that is randomly during me playing the game, whether that's 30 minutes or an hour or 2 hours in, my frames will just drop completely. I'll go from, you know, this nice smooth gameplay to just getting maybe 15-20 frames, and it feels really bad. And it's fine once I restart the server. I just go to the main menu and come back. I don't know why it does that, but it does. It happens. I did a little bit of researching just to make sure I wasn't the only one before I did put this on here. And it has happened to plenty of other people. I don't know why it does it, but that seems to be the fix for me. But I've also seen whenever you go to join an official server at the time of this recording, a lot of the servers have super high ping. It's not just me, like that's 200, 300 ping, which is crazy. It's NA servers, by the way, if you couldn't tell by my voice. But I think that has to be something that gets fixed, especially if they want to do the PvP in arenas for the pals and player versus player. Obviously, it's gonna make it difficult. I know I said this wasn't in any specific order, but I definitely think that optimization has to come first before they do any of the other stuff that I talked about, because you can add all the features and you can make the AI great, but if you get bad performance and you lag a lot and it's just a whole bunch of other stuff, the features don't really matter. You may be thinking like, why did I even talk about it? Why did I even bring it up? Because it's obvious is what they should do. Look back at the games that we've had recently, AAA games, even some indie games, they all come out half-baked. Or some games will come out really good, and then the devs just don't bother fixing like the base, the foundation of what needs to be fixed, and it really just turns me away from a lot of games. But I have faith that they will come in and definitely, hopefully, work on the optimization a little bit and the lag spikes and just random frame drops, I guess. Well, alright, that felt good to get off my chest. Alright guys, that's all I got for my ideas. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. If y'all agreed with me, or maybe you have your own ideas and y'all want a part 2, I can use your ideas next and help give everybody a voice, just so people understand the frustrations and the ideas that the player base really has. If y'all enjoyed the video though, maybe leave a like if you want, subscribe, it's possible. Either way, I love y'all. If y'all didn't enjoy it, let me know why. I'm all open for criticism. My socials are in the description if y'all want to join the Discord. But hey, I'll see y'all next time. I love y'all. Y'all have a great day.